Oh, here we are.
Yep.
Another episode. I think this is episode number 56. I'm not exactly sure what we're going to title this one, but I have a good idea.
Okay, what's that?
Well, we're going to have to wait. I mean, you guys know it's probably on the show notes, but everybody else is going to have to wait until I think it's a cool title. I think, hey, you know what? I've been listening to some new music, and it's kind of like a little bit of, I wouldn't say classical guitar, but a lot of finger picking style. And I've found some tablature, and I've been trying to learn some stuff. And these fat hot dogs right here don't like to work well when you're finger picking. So I was hoping that I could do a little bit of brain picking and maybe get some tips and tricks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sounds good.
Should we get this episode started?
Yes.
We should.
Engage.
Welcome back to the Pandemic Guitar Podcast. I'm one of your three favorite hosts, probably the most favorite, but we'll let Amanda argue that a little bit later.
No.
I'm Tim, microphone number 1, and of course, Rick, our father, on microphone number 2. Rick, how you doing?
Okay, how are you?
Well, I am doing fantastic. So, in the art of magic recording a podcast, obviously this comes out every other Thursday. We like to record on Sundays. This is the 15th. It's my anniversary today, and I am here recording.
Your anniversary.
Yeah.
Anniversary.
Oh, wedding anniversary.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
How many years?
Oh my gosh, like 12 or 13 or 15 or something like that. It was 2012.
You don't even know?
Well, 12 and 22 would be 10, and then it's 4, so 12 years.
Does your wife listen to the podcast?
No, she's got better taste, I guess.
Okay.
I don't,
All right, so you don't have anything to worry
She has
about.
more refined tastes.
Yeah. No, she doesn't listen to much podcasts, so I don't know.
What are you going to do to celebrate?
Well, after we get done recording, I think we're going to go grab a bite to eat somewhere.
Ooh,
McDonald's?
fun.
But, and of course, that one asking so many questions out of turn, that's my sister, Amanda. How are
up?
you?
I'm all right. I'm all right.
You
Hanging
sound
in
good.
there. Yeah, ready to get out of here.
Don't blame me.
Well, what's the population of that state?
Too many.
Yeah, 2/3 of them are trying to get out of there.
Yep.
Yeah, so it is the anniversary today. We've just been kind of taking it easy. I did I mowed the backyard of the house. That was anniversary gift number 1. She's
The honey-do list.
yeah, exactly.
So, okay, so when you go out to get something to eat, are you going to let her pick something from the dollar menu, or?
Oh, wow. Wow, yeah. Well, here's the deal. I said, I'll take you anywhere you want to go, but we're going to be eating on the pandemic podcast budget. So, yeah, it's Taco Bell.
Yeah, which is nothing. Oh, gosh, Taco Bell.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy.
No, I think she picked out a restaurant or whatever, wherever she wants to go. I don't care. I'm sure it won't be too fancy.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's nice.
Been Texas Roadhouse in the past.
Yeah. How is it?
I mean,
All right.
It's all right. It's not bad. It's affordable. So anyway, I asked you. Didn't I ask you what's new? Didn't I? I thought I did.
No.
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 Well, does anybody have anything new?
I think Dad does.
Yeah, of course.
Do I?
Amanda wouldn't.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I bought a new guitar.
Yeah. How did you get away with that?
I didn't. I just
Tell us your secret, so wise one.
said to Mom, I'd like to buy another guitar, and she said, okay, which surprised me.
No, hold on. You traded one in.
I did trade one in. Yes. I did trade one in, yes. But, yeah, I got, I decided that I didn't have a.
Wait a second.
Go ahead.
Mom's making you trade in the inheritance?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes. But this was a
That's
low
messed
ender.
up.
This was a Squire.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah. So it's just, it's a Squire. What can I do?
Yeah. What kind of guitar
So-
did you get?
I got a Cordoba.
Isn't that a Mexican joint?
Yeah, right? Don't they have
It's
the
like-
best burritos?
Yeah, they
Cordoba.
do. No, it's Cordoba. It's a guitar. It's a manufacturer. It's something that I don't have in my collection, and I decided that I needed a nylon string guitar, so I purchased a Cordoba Stage, and it is really a nice guitar.
Ooh, somebody's going sophisticated up in here.
Yeah, classical. I mean, I do like classical music. I do like neoclassical. But now I have.
What exactly is neoclassical?
Good question. I never looked that up. And I should.
We've mentioned neoclassical, and I'm just like, okay. I mean, like, what's neo? Like, is it classical from the Matrix, or?
It is. Yeah. It's
Okay.
the bits falling out of the sky on the screen.
Oh, that makes sense. It's
But,
like
no.
Guitar Hero.
Yeah. There's a lot of neoclassical guitar players out there. I shouldn't say a lot. I know a few, but this is a classical guitar. Most neoclassical play with steel string guitars like a Strat, like Ingve is one of them. So I decided to get a nylon. I don't have a nylon, and it's driving me crazy for a few days. Yeah, I mean,
Okay, but like, what possessed you to want to go nylon? Which sounds like you just changed underwear, but what?
well, yeah, nylon underwear. I don't even want to try that.
Super itchy.
Yeah, I just wanted to. I happen to like some really, really Spanish type music, so I want to give it a try.
Yeah, I mean, okay, fair enough. There is a few Spanish songs that I would like to learn how to play.
Right. They are.
I don't know. The
I will say
names
this.
of them, but
Yeah, they are complicated. So extremely
Amanda, what
complicated.
about you got for Christmas last year? Didn't you get like a Celtic tablature book or something like that? Is that more of a finger picking style, or is that more of like a normal pick type of strumming? And I'm asking because I'm not overly familiar with that type of music.
Yeah, I don't know. I almost think it's just a mixture. I think it's a
okay.
mixture. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Have you learned any of the songs yet?
No.
Oh,
No, that's going to be something that I'm going to have Dad help me with for sure. And I
Sure.
think it's going to be easier to do that in person rather than,
So have you been able to play this new Cordoba? I'm actually surprised you didn't bring it with you to show it off.
Show and tell.
I was thinking about it, but just too busy today. I had some running around to do in Des Moines, and it was just crazy day.
You know how I interpreted that, Amanda? We're not worthy to see the Cordoba.
Yeah.
I
think
sent you
so.
pictures.
Yeah.
But I mean, that was like stock photo from. No, you actually did send a real life
Yeah.
picture.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why don't you could put them up if you want.
I don't have
He
it
doesn't
prepared,
have them.
so
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh. Sounds really good. I'm interested in it. I would like to play it. I would like to see what the difference is, how it feels. Nylon versus the whatever metal this is.
Right. Steel. Yeah.
Steel.
There is
Yep,
there
we
is a
go.
difference.
Mine are made of titanium.
Yeah. One of the things what I noticed right away was the neck is a lot wider, and which makes it a little more difficult to play, but it's very comfortable. And
Like wider this way or wider this way?
no, wider the other way, the first
This
way.
way. Okay.
Yeah.
So how many strings?
6.
Okay. Must be some fat strings.
Yes. Well, not really. It's I mean they're they feel like regular strings, really. And then once you play them, as you play it more and more, it gets better. It's easier. So
Well, I mean, that's kind of the theme in everything guitar.
yeah, I mean, I just never had one, so I wanted to grab one, and while I can, I got it for a good price. I'm not going to mention the price, but
The guitar box special.
yeah,
Give me the best deal right now.
I got it new, and I got it for a decent price. So it was on the floor up on a high shelf, but they
I
said
was
it
going to
wasn't.
say, because I don't remember ever seeing that particular guitar or one quite like it last time I was in the bronze room at Guitar Box.
Right. Yeah. It was up there all the way up in the corner top, by the back.
Yeah, that's probably why they have
opposite the
trouble
door.
selling them.
Yeah, and it was. They told me it was only played by a little old lady on Sundays, so just for about a half an hour each day. So
Continuing the tradition.
yeah, I said okay. I said you talked me into it. I'll take it. So no, it's really nice. I mean, I took first thing I did was I had to modify it. So well, I shouldn't say modify it. I should say I needed to get the action to where I liked it. So I got the action lower. I still got to go a little bit more. But one thing I was surprised about is it wasn't the nut, or I should say the saddle, is not plastic. So,
Yeah.
which
That's a surprise when you're sanding that down and you realize, oh, that's not plastic.
yeah, it's got the same smell that the dentist has when drilling your teeth. And it's like, oh, this is bone.
Did you ever smell that, Amanda, back in the day? Dad, he used to like lathe pens and pencils,
Yeah.
and he used to do deer antler. And
Yeah.
I remember one time he was sitting there lathing some deer antler, and yeah, that's exactly the smell. Like the dentist is just drilling. And
Drilling,
it's just,
yeah.
And you're like, oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was going to be like the really super hard plastic, and I was really surprised that the guitar was bone, and I'm sure that I haven't looked at the nut, but I'm sure that that's bone too. So
I
At
would
least-
imagine. Why would you do half and half?
yeah, but it plays super nice. It's got nice wooden knobs on it.
Cool.
So
Well, I
happy.
know what we're all playing it for Christmas.
yep,
Yeah.
you can play it for Christmas.
Hey, Tim.
What's up?
Remind me, are you the current holder of the stash of Street Puddle stickers? Okay, I wasn't sure if that was the current stash or not, or if that was a
That is
separate.
the current stash of Street Puddle stickers.
Okay, I was gonna say I see it right in the shot there. Okay.
Yeah, well, I just
Oh,
yep.
he's
yeah,
got more to
I-
add to it.
I know that I have a few more floating around here somewhere. Matter of fact, I've got a box back here off camera with a piece of equipment for Amanda, and I told Dad, I'm like, well, it's here, it arrived. Don't worry, I've already opened it up and taken the sticker and the candy out.
That's not fair.
You don't get to experience that pleasure.
Yes.
You know, sometimes they put the sour apple Laffy Taffy in there.
Oh, that's the
that's
best.
yeah, that's the best.
That is the best. No, this one was like 3 Tootsie Rolls. It was a bad one, and
Ew.
I can't leave it there for 2-3 months. They'd be like little chocolate rocks.
Yeah.
I should
That's
should
true.
ask Sam to send me a box of those.
What?
What?
The box of the little candy packets
The
No.
Laffy
or
Taffy?
the stickers?
Oh,
The stickers. Yeah, just send me like 1,000.
I wonder. I wonder if we could be like, just go to Street Puddle and be like, how much is that? Okay,
Yeah.
1,
1, 2,
like,
3, 4.
like these stickers have become the new currency for guitar
Currency.
gear.
Yeah.
Forget your crypto stickers. Yep. I mean, I don't know how much they pay per sticker, but there's got to be a sweet dollar here.
Yeah.
A whole dollar.
Well, I mean, that's years, actually. I mean, I don't know. I know I've got a few more to add to it there downstairs, and I was just kind of cleaning off my desk, and I saw the envelope just sitting there, and I'm like, oh, those are going in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'll send Sam the bill for that.
There you go.
No, but anyway, yep, this is the current stash. We'll probably have a conversation about that a little bit later this year, I'm sure.
Yep.
But yeah, no, as I said at the top of the show, I've been listening to some new music, and it's a lot of like story. Obviously, all music or most music should be storytelling, and I've been listening to a couple artists. And I'm like, yeah, this sounds really good, and then I kind of started actually like, wait a second, he's playing an acoustic guitar. And it's kind of like classical, and it really sounds good. And I found a few people that kind of broke down some of the songs that I wanted to learn. And I think I actually paid somebody in the UK or London or whatever. I think I paid like $4 to get their complete tab of a couple songs, which are pretty cool.
Yep.
But anyway, I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, I can get I can work on the notes, right? That's too easy, stretching your fingers and doing all that stuff. But this whole thing of 4 fingers and a thumb and 6 strings and trying to like move around and make it comfortable has been quite a challenge.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I would say that on the electric guitar, it is going to be a challenge.
Well, so now listen here.
Okay.
I can bring it up I can play on the acoustic, but it's just obnoxiously loud.
Yep.
And you hear every little imperfection, and it's kind of annoying. So I've been playing on the acoustic, and yes, the strings they do seem to be a little bit tighter of a grouping than on the acoustic.
Yeah.
But just to kind of try to get the idea and the feeling down with your fingers and your picking and stuff like that. And then when nobody else is home, I'm all by myself. Well, me and the cat will scream, but whatever. I can grab.
Does it scream or throw up?
Well, column A, column B, to be honest. But no, I can, when nobody's home and I'm by myself, I can grab the acoustic and I can kind of practice what I've learned on the electric. But just because it's a little bit more quiet, and I don't necessarily hear, like, for instance, when I lift my fingers off the strings to go to the next note, I don't necessarily hear that lift on the electric, whereas on the acoustic it would just be like this this just awful noise.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I like how Amanda's agreeing with me.
I mean, I have
agreeing
no
with
idea
you.
what you're talking about, but
I agree with you.
Well,
I should. Yeah, go ahead.
no, I was just going to say that
One at a time, please.
I see what you did there. You hurt my feelings. No, I was just saying that, I know you put your guitar away because of the earth shaking. Mm-hmm. And plus you're packing everything up, getting ready to move. But I know for a little bit there you were practicing, and I figured maybe you were seeing the exact same issue.
I mean, okay, yeah. I guess I take that back when I said I don't really know what you're talking about. I think I do know what you're talking about. I don't know if it depends on the guitar, though. Like, maybe your guitar is, like, more high-end than mine is, and maybe that's why it has, like, such a better sound or, like, a more loud acoustics. I don't know. Does it not make a difference?
Yeah, but I was kind of, like, I feel like one of the things that I've noticed and I've been trying to not do is, like, really, like, I almost want to grab and, like, and it's like, no, just soft, like, just brush the string.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's right. I'm looking for guidance here, Obi-Wan Cadaddy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was
I
wondering.
know.
What
I know.
what are you talking about
when
again?
What?
Welcome to the show on microphone
Yeah.
number 2. That's our dad.
Yeah, no, I got an answer for you. Go ahead, Amanda. I don't
No,
mean to
I was
cut
going
in.
to say that I know that when I got my guitar, Dad had given me some finger picking exercises.
Yep.
So I think for a solid week, I just worked on that until it was the same thing over and over again that I was playing, but it
Sure.
made me feel more comfortable. You know what I mean? Instead of jumping
Yeah.
right in, like working with a pick and whatnot, or working with the chords, like all I did was just focused on finger picking, like a simple thing, you know? It helped
Okay.
me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You got
do you have your own little circle of trust that I'm not invited into yet, or
Yeah.
why is your cat using the toilet?
No, there's a few.
Oh, jinxies.
Oh,
It's a jinxie.
yeah.
Do you want to milk me?
No, there's a few things you can do here. And you know, there's a few exercises you can do. And I don't know if I don't recall what I told Amanda to do with the exercises, but I know one is that I do all the time, and I still do it, is you take your acoustic off the wall over there in the back.
And then you smash it.
No,
You put it in the garbage.
no.
You walk
And what
away.
And what you do is
Cut your losses while you still suck.
the way I practice, now there's a bunch of different picking patterns. And what you can do is, okay, he's getting his acoustic.
We're
That's
going to
a
have
nice-
a real time example
Yeah.
here.
I like that Martin.
I love this guitar. This was such a good purchase.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Martin is
purchased that when I was in town. You didn't even mention about it on the podcast. Because he wanted to withhold information from everybody.
No, I
so.
didn't want to hold. Here's the thing, all right? So I'm supposed to wait to buy a guitar until I've learned 10 songs. And though I have learned quite a few bits and pieces and parts, I haven't quite learned 10. So I kind of
Nobody
cheated
remembers
and went
that.
a little bit early on New Guitar Day. And I still didn't reset my counter, so let me look here. I'm 65 days away from another New Guitar Day.
There you go.
Wow.
There's a bunch of, I'll tell you something right now. There's a bunch of picking patterns out there. And probably one of the easiest ones that I work on all the time, or that I started to work on, is it's where you take the thumb and you hit the first, thumb. Hit the first, well, actually, let's back up here. Thumb is for the last three strings.
Wait,
Okay.
okay.
The lower three strings. Right. Those three. Yes.
Okay.
Your-
That's
your-
weird to
Your other three
the-
fingers are for the low E and the other three strings on the other side of the guitar. The other half of the neck.
Okay, that's weird. That's like starting all over again.
Hey, but you'll get used to it. Now, here's what you do. Here's all you do is you take this hand. No, the other hand. The other hand. Yep. Put it around the strings and mute the strings. Then pluck the low E. Then take your other three fingers and do the last three strings in a row. So it's E, the low E, then it's the G, the B, and the E string. Okay?
Oh, that.
Right. So go down, go down to the low E, and then come back up. So this finger, I'm sorry, this finger,
Went to
this
the
finger,
market.
right? And then go back up. Then go back up to this. Go back up to three strings. So, E, G, B, A. I'm sorry, G, B, E, A. I'm sorry, G, B, I'm sorry. I'm getting confused here. Okay. It's E. Then you go to the G, the B, and then you go
To the E to the D.
yeah. you go down and go back up. That's what I did.
So you're low E, G, B, E.
Right. Then you go back up. Except don't hit the B string, the E string. Just go down, go back up. Now stop. Now go the thumb on the A string, the fifth string, and do the same thing. Then when you're done, go to the next string, which I believe is the D string, and hit that with your thumb, and then do the same thing, and continue doing that until you get it down.
That's
You look constipated. Is it really that difficult?
It is. I've got these sausage fingers here that are just like trying to like figure.
Doesn't matter. My fingers are big too. You know.
That is not the one that Dad taught me, but
Well, which one was it?
I don't remember which one.
you pluck the top string.
Right.
No, you go the top string, the string underneath that. Dun dun.
Oh,
gosh.
that was the 60-second song.
No, it wasn't.
No?
It wasn't.
Okay.
Gosh, I can't remember now. If I had the guitar in my hand, I could do it. It's like muscle memory, but like trying to. Oh, okay. So you pluck with your thumb the first three strings, like dun 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 dun.
Okay.
That's all I remember.
Oh,
Yes. Okay. Hold on. You know, Dad?
No,
The-
I
Dun, 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 dun. I'm trying to think.
and everybody's falling asleep by now.
Sorry. I'm looking at the
it's
guitar.
all
I'm
right.
trying to
Trying to visualize it. Yeah.
think. Dun, 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 dun.
You know, maybe next time I should bring my Cordoba on.
Yeah, it would help. I mean, that's. I
Yeah.
mean, it's interesting. I mean, that's a good thing there to. That's. I think keeping your fingers rooted, so that you're always getting that. Your three fingers on the E, B, G.
Right. Yeah. Those are the things. Now, there's different variations of that pattern that you can do too. But I basically mute the guitar, and then mute the guitar with my left hand, holding the strings down, and then I just do that all night. So I don't know if it drives Mom nuts or not, but
Yeah, you do it when you watch TV or when people
do.
are watching a movie, so you can kind of hear it, but not much.
Yeah.
You must have it kind of like muted or whatever.
I
the
do.
Strings.
yeah. So and then I just keep doing that, and then I just do different variations of it.
Yeah, so it's a good way to just keep your fingers warmed up and
Yeah.
just a good little practice.
That's I'm gonna play around with that and see if that helps out because the strumming and the picking is one thing, and then it's kind of looking at your shape. So and again I don't know what this is.
I can't see
Oh, because there's
the microphone.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Don't know.
But it's kind of trying to figure out how to move from one shape to another shape, but sustaining a chord or note into the next note so that it sounds kind of fluid. So those are just some things that I've been trying and playing around with more than notes because I have no idea. Like I was using my pinky,
Right.
and your little tutorial that you gave me didn't really have any use for that pinky.
That's the reason why. Yeah, cut it off.
Yeah.
Actually,
No, because
I
then
use it to flag down the
don't-
waitress when I want more coffee.
don't cut it off because then he can't do Dr. Evil impressions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 But anyhow, that's I use my pinky to rest on the body. That's what I do.
That's interesting. Huh. Well,
I mean, maybe
will keep.
maybe next time I'll bring my Cordoba on and show you.
Yeah, it'd be kind of
Yeah.
cool to kind of get a little bit more, things to practice and stuff like that. That'd be fun. So yeah, let's move on.
Sure.
Let's keep the show rolling.
Okay.
Looks like we annotated here some notable finger pickers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who do we have?
So like the first one right here, I obviously like we've talked about Tommy Emmanuel before. Just
Very, very good.
doing some awesome stuff on the guitar.
Yep.
Here's one that I'm not a fan of.
Why not? Chet Atkins.
Chet Atkins.
Oh, he's great. He was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure. It's just he's country,
Fantastic.
ain't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Like old country. Yeah.
Yeah, but still,
it's just
his
not my thing.
finger picking technique
talented.
is very good.
Oh, I need to figure out. Blame it all on my roots. Oh, no, never mind. Lindsey Buckingham.
Yeah, with Fleetwood
Ooh,
Mac.
who's that?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that's a band that I have not had very much success finding good tab. Like everything that I can find for Fleetwood is chords.
Really.
Yeah, I'm sure it's out there. I haven't done a whole lot of digging, but it just seems like everything that I find, it's like, oh, here's the chords. Like, cool.
Yeah.
I have a question. What's the correlation? I don't know if you guys have noticed that a lot of guitarists that are primarily like finger pickers, did I say finger pickers or femur pickers?
Finger. You said
Finger
finger.
pick. Yeah.
I'm just glad
Finger-
nobody said nose picker yet.
Yeah.
I've been thinking of it. Okay, when I
Right?
say
Who
it.
has not?
Finger pickers, okay? I've noticed they all, so not all, some of them, like Lindsey Buckingham, have really long nails.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if those are Coke nails or,
Well, it could be.
yeah, it
Years
could
ago,
be
probably.
kill two birds with one stone kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right?
But I don't know. I mean, yeah. Are you going to start growing your nails out? Start picking like that?
No. Matter of fact, I've actually had to trim back my nails. Not that they're very long, obviously, but I've noticed that, especially with that low E, if I have any fingernail on my thumb, I catch the string. So
Yeah. I've done that too.
yeah. So I don't have that. James Taylor.
Okay.
Not familiar with James Taylor.
He's
Me
pretty good.
either.
Okay.
I made the list
he
and
is-
I don't even know.
He's notable finger pickers that we know nothing about.
Well, James
You're
Taylor's been
wrong.
around for a long time. I mean, he does do finger picking. I do listen to his music. It is good, but I'm a so-so fan,
So
You're right.
fan. All
Yep.
right. Mark Knopfler.
Yep.
I should know this one, and you're gonna tell me, and I'm gonna be like, oh yeah.
Actually, I'm drawing a blank for the first time.
I know we've mentioned the name before. I'm so horrible. And we do have one listener who's going to get a hold of me and be like, you guys need to have me on your show, and I will give you all the background information that you want on anybody that you mention. And I'm like, not that kind of show, bro.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Mark Knopfler, British artist, singer, songwriter, producer. He was the lead guitarist for Waiting. Oh, Dire Straits. See, I knew it as soon as I saw it. I was going to be like,
There you
oh,
go.
you're a dumb. Yeah, okay.
You are.
Yes.
We all knew that. We were just waiting for you to catch on.
Yeah, well, I appreciate your help and the opportunity to grow.
Yeah, we
do
we
There you
can't
go.
give you all the answers. That's not how this works.
Tell me a little bit about Julian Bream.
Now that's a name I have not heard.
So he is a British classical guitarist. He does a little
Oh.
bit of flamenco and
Ooh.
classical type of stuff. So I
Okay.
think he released a album where he just did like Bach, like classical guitar renditions of like Bach. Yeah, it was. I mean, it's like elevator music, but
I will say
you know.
that that classical guitar stuff is pretty hard.
Oh yeah, and I feel like sometimes I'm like, why bother trying to learn now? Because I feel like most of these people have probably been playing since they were yay high, you know. So it's like, why
Yeah, but-
bother?
No,
I mean,
but
it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Anytime you learn anything, you learn how to, like sweat pipe to replace your water heater. You might only use it once or twice, but once you learn how to do it, you're like, wow, somebody would have charged me $500 for that?
yeah.
Like, how cool is that? That I can go, like, I mean, it's dumb, but to me, it's cool that I can be in a group of coworkers and everybody's like, oh, my water heater went out. I'm going to have to pay somebody. And I'd be like, I know how to do that.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah, I
can
would
play
still be like,
Mozart.
you can pay me $500.
Yeah, well, $498.
Okay, I think that's a fair
God,
price.
it doesn't come with a warranty.
No,
$498. Okay.
Yeah, so check all those artists out. Hopefully, probably if you're listening, you probably know most of them, if not all of them. But yeah, check them out. And of course, as Amanda will let you know at the end of the show, there's a couple ways to get a hold of us. You can use those resources to yell at us and tell us how incorrect we are, and tell us, what other finger-picking artists are out there. I'm up for experiencing new music as long as it's not country.
boo,
I've got to draw a line somewhere.
boo.
It's
And
really
you drew it in the sand.
depressing. It's has hit rock bottom and showed no signs of digging himself out.
It's not all depressing.
No, it's not. It's just I like the old school country. It's not so bad, like
90s?
the stuff like the 90s, like before country started going weird.
No, I agree. It has gotten weird.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
country now is it's not country.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that's not this episode. So, unfortunately, you guys won't hear this, but it's the music news intro.
It's time for music news.
All right, Amanda, what do you got?
Okay. So, Dad's going to like this one because it involves someone that
Ingve.
he talks
I
about.
like-
Why would you
I
ruin
like this one
it?
too.
Why would you ruin it?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
What a
It's
spoiler
not.
alert.
It's not Ingve.
First up, Ingve Malmsteen's number 4 Fender Strat is currently up for sale for $175K, which doesn't
Cha-ching.
it doesn't seem like a lot to me.
It's a pocket change.
What? How does
Well, I mean,
170? Well, yeah, okay.
in terms
in
of other-
California, that's like a one-bedroom cardboard box.
Well, I
Yeah.
just mean in terms of famous guitarists that are selling their guitars, I just don't feel like that's a lot.
Yeah,
Or
okay.
guitars that are up for auction. Okay.
Okay.
It's up for sale for $175K. But whoever buys the guitar is also getting Malmsteen's personal 1983 Ferrari 308 GT. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that word because I don't even know how to pronounce it. Anybody?
Quattrovalvo.
That.
Yeah. How do you fit that on? Can you fit that on a grill?
Trovalvol.
Yeah.
No.
So you're not just getting the guitar, you're getting a car that looks like it's straight out of the 80s, like every
So
probably
this is-
like
yeah.
hair metal person's dream. Yeah. It comes
Right.
with all the Aquanet. Comes with cans of Aquanet
A trunk of Aquanet.
and like the leopard tight pants and all
So-
that.
I wonder how much a 1983 Ferrari is.
That
it's gotta be
particular
up there.
car realistically is $80,000. But right now, the one website that I did find, they are selling a 1983. It's the only 1983 for sale. There's some 84s and some 85s, which, from what
Right.
I understand, were the only 3 years that they made this car. The 83 with just a hair under 20,000 miles is currently set at a firm price of $99,999.
Wow.
And 99 cents.
Yes. So I don't know how many miles are on the car. There is a picture of it on metalinjection.net. The guitar is cool in itself. I mean, it's that kind of banana cream color with the scalloped fretboard.
Yeah.
Looks cool, right? But then it shows you the picture of the front end of the Ferrari, which is super cool. It looks better than Ferrari stock photos. I kind of like this because you go to the DMV to register the vehicle, and they're like, "Well, how much did the vehicle cost?" Nothing. It was a gift.
Oh, that's going to drive them nuts.
Oh.
Yeah, because I mean, could you imagine if you bought that thing for $100,000, then you go to the DMV, you're like, I guess I'm paying taxes on $100,000.
Yeah.
Nope, I bought a $175,000 guitar and got a free car.
Yep.
Wow. I didn't even think about that.
Yep.
I like it. I mean, if I had
Buy it.
175K, this one it would be tempting.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, maybe we can get it for Dad's for Christmas for Dad.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what
sure.
I was trying to do the math
You
and,
think?
and figured if me, you, and all 5 of our listeners from Finland pitch in, we might be able to pull this off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Venmo
they got
at
it.
Pandemic Guitar.
Yeah. They got to donate to the podcast so we can get Dad
Yeah. Yeah.
Ingve's car and guitar.
Yeah. Now, it is a manual transmission. Does everybody know how to drive a manual transmission?
I
No.
do.
Yeah. Lost with the young crowd.
Yep. I can drive one.
I think I tried once. And I think Dad maybe taught me. Somebody tried to teach me, and then they got frustrated with me, and then I just gave up.
I tried to teach my wife how to drive a manual transmission. That lasted all of about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's frustrating. There's a lot to it.
Yep.
Yeah, it takes time. Like
Yep, it's
everything else.
Just like finger picking on the guitar. Takes time.
Yeah, or
yeah,
nose
so-
picking.
Yeah, so
All right, that was a good one. That was an interesting
yeah,
one.
I like that one.
All right, next one.
Yep.
Rock band Jane's Addiction ended a show early in Boston, Massachusetts due to a physical altercation between frontman Perry Farrell and guitarist Dave Navarro. Concert goers described Farrell throwing punches at Navarro. Jane's Addiction has broken up as a band many times, so some speculate that the band will break up yet again. Did you guys see the video?
Yeah, I've seen a bunch of them. They're all over my Instagrams. Kind of annoying. I'm not sure what set the lead singer off.
So,
I don't know. My initial thought was maybe Dave Navarro was just kind of going off, doing his own little solo or adding his
he was
creativity to it.
mid-solo, yeah. I guess Perry Farrell's wife, came out and made some kind of statement saying that essentially Perry Farrell had complained during sound check or something like that the instruments were too loud over his voice and that they did nothing to basically remedy that situation. So he felt like his voice wasn't being heard, like singing. So he felt like the band cared more about their music being heard than his voice. And so I guess when he got on stage, it wasn't any better. And so he just was like, forget you guys. And he was just getting really upset about it and nobody was fixing it. And I don't know.
Yeah, if that's the case, see you later, Perry Farrell. I mean, I've never been a Jane's Addiction fan.
No, me either. But I think if you've been a band and you've broken up many times because of your dynamic with each other as a group,
Yeah.
and you're reuniting again and you think something has changed,
Yeah,
it's like
it's
like
time to
getting,
leave high school.
yeah, exactly. It's like dating somebody you've dated before and things just don't change. You know what I mean? It's like a bad
Right.
relationship. Get over
Yep.
it, move on, let it go. So
I agree.
Anyway.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying. It's and it was. I mean, it's funny too because the videos I was watching, they're like you just see like the altercation break out, and then all these people come onto the stage to hold back Perry Ferry,
Farrell.
and and then all of a sudden everybody's off stage, and Dave Navarro, he just which he's a great guitarist. He just kind of sets his guitar down and walks off stage in the opposite direction, and then all of a sudden, like, the stage is empty. I would be upset if I paid money.
Right.
Yeah.
And I was going to mention that. I hope they got their money back because that sucks.
Yeah, I mean, depends on the venue and all that other stuff, but yeah,
Right.
that's
Yeah.
Yeah, because the people didn't go to. They went to see our band play, not see. What is it?
Right. And
wrestling.
I mean, and any kind of stuff that you have with, any kind of beef you have with each other, like leave it off stage. Like just, you're there to perform, and for people that have paid good money to see you, get through
Yep.
it and handle that off stage.
right.
It's not fair. Because I mean, this is like what is it, a reunion tour. So imagine
Reunion
James,
part 2,
right, or 10.
part 4. Yeah.
So
part
imagine
10.
being a diehard Jane's Addiction fan, and then you show up, and this happens, and you've been waiting to see them for years, and now and it's ruined.
Yeah.
So that sucks.
Yeah.
It does.
What can you do?
I'd be upset.
Okay. And last but not least, since we talk quite a bit about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Eric Clapton recently had some choice words, calling it a, quote, frat boys club, end quote. He also criticized the institution for not including artists who were incredibly important to music, like American blues legend J.J. Cale. He further stated that, quote, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is not a place for rebels. It's establishment stuff, end quote. Clapton has been inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame 3 times. I found that kind of bold for somebody who has been inducted 3 times to say that about.
I'm gonna be on Team Clapton on this. Like, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is not what I think it should be. Not that I'm an expert by any means. But here's the other thing: is how is it you can induct somebody 3 times? Like,
Right.
You're a musician. You're one person. I get it. Okay, you get inducted as a soloist and as part of a band. Got it.
Right.
But as Eric Clapton, and I'm making assumptions based off of what's here.
Mm-hmm.
Eric Clapton inducted 3 times.
Right.
Why? Induct him once and then use those other 2 to get artists like J.J. Cale.
Right.
Well, you know who J.J.
Yeah.
Cale is, don't you?
No, I actually don't.
He's a blues
Oh.
guy, right?
Yeah, he's written a lot of songs. He's a composer. He's a producer, and
Well, I think he's no longer with us, so.
I don't. No, I
Past
don't.
tense is
I think you're
necessary.
right. I think it is past tense. But one of his famous songs. He's written a lot of songs. One of his real famous songs was "Call Me the Breeze," and Eric Clapton played it, and it's a great song. But he did a lot of songs. He's well known in the industry, so I agree with Clapton in this thing that that
Yeah.
he's one of the ones that should have gotten inducted, but they don't look at it like that. So
No.
No, I don't know. Ever since starting, I never really honestly cared. Maybe I watched it back when MTV was a thing, but since then I haven't watched the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. There was a couple instances that I've seen afterwards where I'm like, oh, I wish I would have actually seen that. But with the power of YouTube, the important parts I can catch later, right?
yeah,
But yeah, I agree. Like it's just a money grab. And
it's big business.
yeah,
Right.
it is what it is. But anyway, after starting this podcast, it's been more of a focal point, and I wish it wasn't. Like at this point, I'm just like, whatever,
Yeah.
move on. If it's that big of a deal for you, enjoy it.
Yep.
I don't understand the Grammys or the Emmys or the Tonys or any of that stuff either. But to some people, it's a pretty big deal. Okay.
Yeah, I think people have to be recognized for their accomplishments, but it
But
has
are
to
they?
be their what?
But are they being recognized? Are the right people aren't being recognized for their
Right.
accomplishments?
And
Yeah.
and who gets to choose who makes a list of people you can vote on? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't know who makes the list. I'm assuming that it's paid. The people who donate the most money. I'm sure that they throw in a charity case every once in a while for however. But like somehow they have this random. It's not a random panel, but it's there's one of the producers or somebody for the Howard Stern show is one of the voting members. It's
Okay.
like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it really
I
probably just
don't-
comes down to personal preference, really.
Yeah.
You
In
think
some
about it.
aspects, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know a whole lot about it. I started to kind of hear things and kind of put a few pieces of the puzzle together, and then I realized that I'm not going to find Waldo, so who really cares?
Yeah. It's true.
Waldo?
Yeah, so that is it for music news.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably the end of the podcast.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
A lot of interesting stuff
Congratu-
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a good. I think it was a good episode. I learned something. We
Yeah.
had some good conversation.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll bring my Cordoba on the next one.
Yeah, show
I'll
and
say-
tell.
yeah.
So Tim got
show and
to
tell.
do his, and then Dad will do his, and then won't do mine.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'll just say, hey, this is a Cordoba. Here it is. Now you see it. Now you don't.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Amanda, you always have
Yeah.
the famous catchphrase.
No, it's all me. It's a lot of pressure, but somebody has
But you
to
got
do it.
this. You got
You do it well.
Do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so does that mean I get a raise?
Yes. Yes. You haven't gotten the email yet, have you? Nah, it's coming. Don't worry about it.
Okay, perfect. Thanks for picking us as your go-to podcast for all things guitar. I know, right?
Yeah,
If
stuck
you
it in
enjoyed-
there.
I know. If you enjoyed this episode or have any suggestions for future episodes, you can contact us on our social media, including Instagram, which is Pandemic Guitar, on Facebook, and also on YouTube. If you're currently boycotting social media, like myself, then you can reach us by email, which is pandemicguitar@icloud.com. Also, if you want to support us in other ways, you can always purchase merchandise by going to swag.pandemicguitar.com. Please support us. Please
Oh, it's-
support us and our podcast. What?
I messed that up. It's pandemicguitarpodcast.com. That is my fault.
No.
Uh-oh.
Shoot.
Shame on you.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah, ruh-roh.
That's
Okay.
all right. Don't
It's-
worry.
it's-
Nobody's going there.
It's swag.pandemicguitarpodcast.com. Please support our podcast, or Tim will fire us, and we won't get anything for Christmas. Until next time, keep on playing, or don't. We won't tell.
You're really
Wonderful.
bent on this Christmas thing.
What?
That's like
I don't care.
That's like
What?
2 or 3 episodes. You're like, I'm not going to get anything from Tim for Christmas.
No, truthfully, I don't even care. I don't, as you get older, you don't care. Like when you're a kid, you're like, oh, I want everything. And now when
Right.
you're an adult, you're like, I just want my family. I just want to be with my family for Christmas. That's all I care about. That's all I care about. Don't care.
Yep.
You know?
Well,
Whoa, did you guys hear that?
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, we're on
What
a
was
drag.
it?
We live by a drag strip. So,
Oh.
yeah.
All right.
Loud cars. Okay.
Well, you better tell them to go put their clothes back on.
Not that kind of drag strip.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
All
No.
right.
So it's
No.
cars.
Yeah.
I'll see everybody in 2
All
weeks.
right.
Yep.
Goodbye.
Bye. Bye, everybody.